Do I need to have my headphones on?
If you have a caller, but no.
Okay, cool.
We don't have to play the full thing, so we can actually get in a nice half hour or so. Hey, better always trust the soil to like bring in reality of things, right? Saying love is blind right there in the middle of this beautiful song. It is 11:32. Thank you for staying with us on Power Talk. This is of course the Good Friday edition with myself, Mohale, and you can of course take part in this conversation on 0861 987 000. You can tweet us as well at PowerFM987 hashtag Power Talk. Now, I was okay, from the beginning at like 9 o'clock, I was okay with being behind this microphone. And then I saw Mohale through the glass. And then I was like, ooh, okay, all right, he's really here for us to do this interview. Mohale Mutawumhlongo, thank you so much for joining us. An absolute pleasure to be in your presence and to speak to you today.
Thank you so much for having me. Good morning. Yes, it's still morning.
It is still morning, yes. Can you believe it? So Mohale, you, this particular Easter, let's start off with something that I've been asking the listeners throughout the morning. What have you got prepared on your plate or in the kitchen for this Good Friday or for the weekend, really?
Okay, cool. So I'm actually, after this interview, I am headed home. And I know that my mom has prepared, not me, I can't cook, unfortunately. Okay. But I know she's prepared pickled fish. I know she's done mash. I know she's done lots of salads. So I think that's what we'll be having until Sunday. And then on Monday, we have a braai.
What is it about Mondays and braai? Everybody has been saying braai on Monday.
I think it's because we grew up being taught that from Friday to Sunday, because it's, Easter, the blood of Jesus, we're not allowed to eat meat.
Yeah.
We eat fish.
Yeah.
Then on Monday, because he's resurrected, that's when we can have the braai. So I think, that's where it comes from.
There we go. Educational. So Mohale, I know that you are doing some charity work. You're giving away some stuff and just really giving away or giving back this particular Easter. Tell us more about that.
Yes. So we are for the Youth Foundation. So that's a foundation I started late last year. And we started with a project called, Back to School Giveaway for Shoes. So there's a campaign we did, 2 schools in the Eastern Cape and 1 school in Tembisa. And we basically gave children shoes. And simply because, shoes are expensive. And, with COVID and parents having lost their jobs, it really affects the children. So we decided, let's get some shoes, let's get some donations in and give some children some shoes. And then about 2 weeks ago, we launched another campaign called Clean Shave Happy Tummies. So we do know that a lot of children go to school and they don't have breakfast. And, it's a problem because they can't concentrate in class and it's really been a worldwide issue. So we decided that we're going to go to a few schools in Alexandra and give the kids a shave, so shave their hair, and then give them food to take home. So we gave them Future Life packs. So it's breakfast packs that probably last you for about 30 days so they can eat in the mornings. And then we also gave them some Happy Meals from McDonald's, just to have a little bit of a celebration. So those are some of the things that we've been doing from Jan till now.
What is it about giving back that is satisfying for you? Why do you do it?
I think, sometimes we sit in places of privilege and we've got so much and we forget that there is the next person who doesn't have what you have. And, throughout, I think the past 2 years, I've been getting a lot of DMs from people asking and asking and asking. And, one day I sat down and I was like, I have been receiving a lot. And there's a lot of people who haven't been receiving. And with COVID, it's been tough. If I can show you my DMs, it's really hectic. Every other second DM, it's someone asking for money to go to school, for food, for all these type of things. And I, decided that with the little that I have and with, initiatives that I can put together, let's give back because we have and other people don't have. And if you can give, let's just do it.
And we do know that there are times when South Africans can be quite difficult,
Yes.
so to speak, right?
Yes.
How have you been received by communities when you do this work?
Shoo, the communities that I've been working in, they've been receiving me so amazing. People are really appreciative of the little that you have to give. And I think for them, it's not even about how big you are giving or what is it that you are giving for, but for the fact that you were able to, take your time, use the resources that you have and go to them, and give, they really appreciate it. So I haven't really experienced any difficulties. It's been smooth, it's been great, and I am guessing and hoping that's how it'll be for the rest of the year.
Awesome stuff. So
Yeah.
we also know that you are the founder of Glam Troupe. I hope
Yes.
I'm pronouncing that correctly. Troupe. Give us details of what that is about.
Okay, cool. So it's Glam Troop.
Troupe.
Yes,
Thank
Glam
you.
Troop. So Glam Troop is a one-stop shop for matric dancers. So it came about when my younger sister was going to like a matric dance in 2018. She came to me and she was like, I need a dress, I need shoes, I need this, I need that. And in my head I was like, I wish there was like a one-stop shop where you would just go in, get everything and out. And that's how I developed Glam Troop. So we sell matric dance packages to students. But post-COVID, because, there weren't any matric dancers, now we're really more focused on doing the actual entire event. So from the planning of the event with the school, not just the makeovers.
Mohale, I mean, that is great work because for people that don't know where to go
Yes.
for your matric dance,
Yes.
then we just go to Glam Troupe.
Yeah. Yes. One-stop shop. Call me.
That's exactly what a person, especially the ladies, it's exactly
Yes.
what you need to
Yes.
walk into a shop, get everything that you need, and walk out.
Exactly.
And of course, like you mentioned, that of course with COVID it was difficult during the COVID era. We're still in it, but when it was hard lockdown and those
Yes.
kind of things.
Yes.
How's it going now?
So surprisingly, there are quite a lot of matric dances that are taking place, and quite a few that are going to take place around October, well, between September and November. So now what we're doing is we're working directly with the schools to execute the entire event, taking in cognizant COVID regulations and making sure that the event is proper for the kids. So now we're working closely with the schools more than we worked closely with the kids previously.
And of course, you've got a great sense of style.
Yeah.
So if I walk into Glam Troupe, am I also going to get that great sense of style?
Listen, we are going to make sure that when you work out, no, definitely. We try our best to make sure that you look the best, if not the absolute best.
It's been a difficult time for South Africans, right?
Yes.
Especially with COVID. Let's just talk about how have you handled. I know that you are now in TV, but how was it for you, especially for an entrepreneur, someone that you need people to sell stuff?
Yes.
How was this COVID period, and how's it going now?
Look, the beginning of lockdown and COVID in South Africa was difficult for me, because I rely on literally interacting with my customers for us to get business, and we rely on going to schools, doing presentations, because as an entrepreneur in this type of business, you get paid as you work, and if you don't work, there's literally no money. So during lockdown, we sort of had to sit down and think of what we are going to do now, because our business was just centered around, we go to schools, we speak to the kids, we speak to the parents, we sell the packages, we've got relationships with different parents and schools, but now all of that was not there. And now this meant that now Glam Troop was now standing still, because what really keeps it going is sort of not there anymore. So that's when we now sat down and came up with different strategies of how we're going to do things differently. And luckily with the restrictions getting easier, we then decided, okay, cool, why not plan the entire event? for the schools, because now schools are sort of like contemplating, should we have the matric dance? Should we not? How are we going to adhere to COVID regulations? How are we going to make sure that we still give them the same experience? So now we are now becoming that solution to them to say, okay, cool. We have 3 packages that we're going to sell to you that include the entire event. And with us not just planning the event, we are throwing a little bit of special touches in there, like a bursary, like a car, a few things that, will make the schools obviously go with us. But yeah, we've moved away from just doing the makeovers. Now we're doing the makeovers, we're doing the event, and now we're touching a little bit into modeling.
Oh.
Yes. So with modeling, we don't want to become a modeling agency, but we want to prepare people who want to become models for agencies.
Okay.
So we're like, I want to become a model. I think I have what it takes. We evaluate. We teach you how to walk. We teach you how to curate your social media. We teach you how to eat healthy, how to exercise as a model, how to, prepare yourself for casting. So all of the things that you need to prepare yourself for an agency, so that when you go and look for, an agency to sign up with, you are well prepared. So we've now, segregated all of the things that we're doing in Glam Trip, so that we're not just doing one thing.
Any plans to expand into the rest of Africa?
Yes. I am actually in contact with a few people who I know a very good designer in Namibia who is going to help us tap into that market and see how we can also use his expertise here and he uses ours that side. So hopefully, fingers crossed. Yes.
You can get in with this conversation. Join Mohale and myself in this conversation on 0861-987-000, 0861-987-000. You can, of course, tweet us at PowerFM987, at _, and Mohale is, of course, at Mohale_Motaung. And someone has actually tweeted saying, oh, Mohale, may the Lord bless you and keep you. Definitely. You're doing great work, Mohale.
Thank you.
So let us just take a quick break before we continue this conversation while you dial in.
Every Saturday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Power 98.7 fires up your Saturday with the best in weekend music.
Everybody. This weekend on the Saturday Power Play, we
So you've got the favorite song. Is there any specific Easter song that you like? Every year this is the song that you play.
Not really. No specifics.
Power 98.7 music with the Saturday
I'm trying to think of my song selection.
from 10 a.m. on Power 98.
I want to change it.
What were you listening to in your radio?
My cards.
Oh, no. All right. Okay, that's okay. It's okay.
Oh my god.
It's got a lot of energy. A lot of it.
Okay, stand by. I'm going to open the lines, Jenny.
Yes,
Cool.
please do. Let's open the lines. We're going to get a bit more personal now.
Cool.
We're talking. Speak up. Call the Power line on 0861 987 000.
11:45 right here on Power FM. You're still tuned into Power Talk with Tsepoha Jomoahi, and I'm chilling with Mohale Motaung Mhlongo. Let's get a bit personal now, Mohale, right? You've
Yes.
spoken about your
Yes.
beautiful initiatives and your businesses, but people often want to know, who is Mohale?
Aha.
So give us details of when you were growing up. What were some of your hopes and dreams for yourself?
Cool. So when I was growing up, I grew up being an academic. I've always done well in school. I was a head boy. So I always had great ambitions of being something big. Even though at that time I wasn't sure of what exactly it's going to be. But when I got to grade 10, I realized that I'm good in economics, and then I decided, okay, what does a person who is good in economics do or become? Then I decided, okay, cool, I'm going to become an economist. That's when I then decided that when I get to varsity, I am going to study economics. So in a nutshell, my my growing up has always been around education, around academics, around doing well. Also because my parents, literally, that's what they preach to us 24/7. That education, education, education. So yeah, in a nutshell, yes.
Okay. So the dreams that you had for yourself, do you see them being fulfilled now?
Look, a lot of things have changed. From me wanting to become an economist, I realized that yes, I would want to become an economist, but I love business more. I love entrepreneurship more. So with what I'm doing now in terms of school, I've shifted away from economics and I've moved to business, but still taking in a little bit of economics here and there and majoring in marketing. So I still think I will reach those dreams, but not exactly how I had planned when I was young, because yeah, things change.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And what conversations would you like to have? Like if you were sitting with young people,
Yes.
what conversations would you have with them about the future, about you, about whatever?
Sure. I think we are so much consumed by the world and its people and its things that we forget to focus on what we want. I think young people these days only want to know, okay, cool, how do I get my next gig? How do I do this? But we forget to focus on what do you want as a person, because we're so focused on what other people want for us, what other people say we must achieve, what the society wants to instill in our heads, that if you want to make it in life, this is the way you're supposed to go. And that really shifts away from what we want, what you want as a person, because we want to achieve what other people want for us. And that really doesn't work, because 10 years down the line, you're going to realize that I've really been doing things for people. I've really been focusing on what people want me to do, and I've really forgotten about myself. So it's important to put yourself first.
So eat and be.
Haholo fel.
Join in on this conversation with Mohale, 0861987000. Mohale, I mean, you mentioned that things change.
Yes.
Things change a lot.
They change a lot.
I mean, I'm gonna ask, right? People I'm sure want to know. How are you and your husband doing?
You know the song, Bayabuza Band. I think I get that question every day of my life. Me and my husband, Somizi Mhlongo Mtaung. I think I will give you a call personally.
Oh, Mohale,
No, we're fine. We're fine. We're okay. We're okay.
Mohale, come on. I mean, I asked you, what do you have on your plate for Easter?
And I answered,
I'm
I'm having fish.
With you? With who? With who?
With my mom.
Exactly. Now, the question is, where's Somizi?
Somizi is at home.
Are you gonna go home?
Well, I'm going to my parents' home.
Are you gonna go to the home that you share with Somizi?
When I come back from my parents' home. But for now, I'm going to my parents' home.
I mean, little videos alone. We hardly see both of you featured.
Yeah, and I think that's okay. I think people decide in a relationship that, this is how we're going to do things. This is the route we're going to take. And it's okay.
And how are you guys doing things?
We are doing things the way that we are doing things.
And what route are you guys taking?
We are taking the route that we've decided to take, that, we are going to do things the way that we are doing.
Okay, so we're getting very little from Mohale at this point. And I'm sure something that a lot of people would like to know, because you guys are really like the beautiful couple.
Yeah, a lot of people are asking a lot of questions. And granted, it's okay for people to ask questions, but I will answer what I think I want to answer.
I'm going to go about something, but I think let me stop right there. People think I'm very nosy. People think I'm very nosy. But, so you guys are okay in the shop?
We're okay.
Are you guys gonna like have a divorce? Are those talks? Are you still living in the house?
You know, I saw people talking about divorce and I'm like, bathong ba re ke a divorce. How alena. Mpontsheng man. Go divorce wa guy. Mpontsheng man because ba bua ba re ke a divorce. You know, there are things that I mean, sometimes I just go on social media and somebody say, hey, you are trending, and I'm like, hey, these people are talking about things that I don't even know or I've never been introduced to. So I get it, say it's a woman. Daddy divorce, lady out of the house. So I can go bulala mak.
Okay, all right. So Mohale has somewhat cleared things for us here. So, what is then the future for Mohale? What is your future going forward?
Sure, there is a lot that is in the pipeline. I'm working on creating a lot of products that are Mohales, and I'm talking from beard products, from clothing, from shoes. I think
3, please, for females.
size 3.
Size 3, Mona May.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, those are some of the things that are in the pipeline. And then I'm really focused on finishing my degree. And so I've been fascinated by how we can change the world by helping people.
Absolutely.
And I think I want to do a lot of those projects this year with For the Youth Foundation. And then after that, then it's just business.
Okay.
So yeah, that is the route. And I am going to be back on TV very soon.
Let's take a call from Mpompo. Good morning. Welcome to Power.
Good morning, Power family.
Hi.
I'm a parent to a matriculant who's having a matric farewell in September this year. And I just wanted to ask Mohale in terms of the packages that are available on his Glam Troop thingy. To just ask, are they the kind of people who are willing to sit down with the parents and say, these are the packages that we can offer you for your child, and these are the repayment plans? Because, I mean, I think every parent knows that these things are expensive. So you need to sort of plan ahead and know how much does it cost. Is your team open to having such discussions to say, okay, this is the package, let's say, for example, it's like 20K or something, and I will give you guys the first 10 now and the first 10 later. Are they open to such discussions? Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mohale.
Yes, so we have 3 different packages. So all of our packages have from your hair to your makeup to the outfit to the shoes to the photographer to the videographer to the car that transports you to your matric dance. So what we do is we have a consultation with the parent and the matriculant. We sit them down and we ask them, what is it that you want? They will tell us, okay, this is the type of dress I want, this is the type of shoes that I want a tiara, I want a limousine, I want this, I want that. Then after that, we're able to put together a quotation with everything that you said you want. And then you are then able to either give us a deposit, or you can also, put together a payment plan. Because we know that, obviously matric dance is expensive and some parents have to save. So if your matric dance is probably like in October or somewhat later in the year, we're able to arrange a payment plan for you to make monthly payments. So that as soon as it reaches 50%, we then start with the work, like the measurements, the other consultations, choosing fabric and everything. And then when we're done, obviously then you would then pay the rest. But yeah, the option of the payment plan is definitely available. But the starting point is to have a consultation with you so that we know exactly what you're looking for.
Awesome stuff. Now, if people would like to get in touch with you about Glam Troop and about any other work that you are busy with, maybe they want to just help out, how can they do that?
So you can send me an email on info@theglamtroop.co.za, or for the foundation, it's hello@fortheyouth.co.za.
Awesome stuff. Mohale, thank you so much for your time.
Thank
I mean, I
you.
really wish that this conversation didn't have to end, but thank you.
Thank you very much for
Really
having me.
appreciate it. Glam Troop, just by the way, is spelled GLAM
Yes.
TROUPE. Glam Troop. Thanks for your time, Mohale. And
Thank you.
Have a beautiful weekend.
You too. Thank you very much.
As many will be observing the Easter weekend.
You can come back to me because I need to mention that it's his song selection.
Gearing up to
Actually, why doesn't he do that?
This weekend, we're moving things
You
around
can.
to make sure you still get your favorite dose
Oh,
of
no,
Never
no, no, no.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll just say
on Friday, April 2nd.
something and then go to you.
Cool.
From 6 to
Coolio, coolio, coolio.
on Power Talk and Toriso Maluka on Power Lunch. Then, Umlambo, AB Da Costa, Ian Rube, and Mbudlampia take you on a musical
Thanks for that, by the way. My sister says to me, stop. Like when we spoke about it, that's why I'm asking.
Oh man, no, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
We'll keep the conversations going from 10 to 2 p.m. Ursula
I'll be
Chikati
at work
and Peter
on Monday, 10
Mashabani
to
will
2
once again take you cruising on the best of Power
No, it doesn't
98.7
matter.
music from 2 to 9 p.m. Our regular talk programming
Cool, stand by. 10 seconds.
With Mwabelo on Power Perspective. We wish your family a safe and blessed Easter weekend. You're listening to Power Talk, the holiday edition.
And thank you so much for staying tuned to Power Talk with myself, Tsehoha Jomoahi, and for calling in and for joining in the conversations that we've had. Now, Mohale has really requested, well, not requested, but this is his song, right, Mohale?
Yes, yes, yes. The song is called Xola Moya Wam by Nomcebo.
Have a good Friday. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Fantastic stuff.
Hello.
Okay?
Still okay?
Everything. It's your production you have. How are you guys doing? Good, Toriso.
Good as at Mohale.
Pleased to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
So hard.
Hello, Tori.
Toriso, okay? Good day. No, don't worry about it.
Are you
doing a show with me?
No, I'm going.
No!
You happy?
Yes, I am very much.
Guys, there's
You
some
handled
cake and
very well.
stuff
Thank you so much.
things on the other side when you go out there.
I know, right?
It's okay, it's
A bit
okay.
strange, but I mean, you handled it well.
Yeah.
Really does.
Thank you. Yeah, you did.
Really?
But I mean,
Was it callers?
It could have gone
It
deeper.
was me.
She went all the way in.
Something that people would
But
ask.
I was about to.
I know, I know. It's what they asked me in my DMs as well. So I'm
Sure.
Yeah.
I literally just got a message from my friend right now after I did the post at Kelly Kumala, and she's like, please do it right. And I'm like, but the thing is, you know that I don't like asking those questions. So now we have a problem because
ask.
yeah, just like,
Are you done? You good?
Yes.